Hackers wasn't bad. That was an okay movie. Although, if you want to watch the ultimate hacker movie, you watch The Net with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, yeah.
Is there somebody there?
That is the ultimate movie. There's this moment at the beginning of the movie where she's ordering pizza online. It's fucking revolutionary. You having fun?
I want him dead!
Well, I don't think he's alive anymore.
Shit.
Wait, didn't they just say there was no guards or anything?
Yeah.
There's guards everywhere.
On the top
It's
floors,
me
yeah.
again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay. Keep trying.
That was a worthy Kodak conversation.
Thanks, Hal. Oh my god, you walk 4 feet.
Snake?
It's like a random encounter rate.
You got
Jesus.
that security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
Shit.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective.
See, I
And
don't-
that's not even the
there's, like-
scariest thing about this weapon.
I still don't understand the technology behind it. I mean, maybe it's further subdued in the story. But a railgun, all it does is just shoot something really fast.
Yeah,
It's
well,
all-
it's not using fuel. It's not a rocket.
Right, so there's only so much propulsion you can put behind
Why
something.
weren't
This
they
is a
able to
sci-fi
develop
game,
one
dude.
up until
Yeah,
now?
okay. just making sure that isn't I didn't miss something.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection system.
Shit.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
Oh my god.
Ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Literally.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Oh, what an asshole. You know what? If there's one reoccurring theme in Metal Gear
It's
games,
never
then
actually
everybody's a
been
hidden
tested,
asshole.
Only simulated.
You
Except the
moved
characters
beyond
that you play
experiments.
as.
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks
See, I
like
don't
it went
understand
better
what
than
they
hoped
talk
for.
about, like VR. Like, how do
I
you
can't
run a
find
VR
the data
test of a
anywhere
Metal
on
Gear?
this
Like, you put a
network.
computer
You'd
on like a
think the data
Skylanders
as
portal,
important
and
as that
it
would be
fires a
carefully recorded.
theoretical.
That's exactly it. I'm surprised that you fucking predicted it, because I know I was there. It's exactly it, which is real funny, because you fucking got it on the first try.
Terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead.
Like, you know, it's been tested in
Once they
VR. Like,
input the
what the fuck does that mean?
detonation code, it should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
I believe he said that.
Well, there we go. That was a long as fuck Kodak conversation. For you guys that don't know, earlier today I might not have caught it. We are planning on going through more Metal Gear. We're going to go through Metal Gear 2. However, there's a part of Metal Gear 2 that me and Simmons are both dreading. And it is the infinite amount of codec conversation and pointless codec conversation that is in that game. And we just kind of want to avoid it. However, there is some codec conversation that is, holy shit. I guess he just liked that side better. there's a lot of pointless conversation, and there's some that's really funny, and there's some that's actually good for the story.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to not avoid that, but when we get to our Metal Gear 2 playthrough, because this is about leading up to Rising,
Yeah.
we want to play through that one because it's got Raiden in it, and it's his introduction. So we're going to do our best, but we're going to skip the majority of codec conversations to actually get to the cutscenes and get to the game. Because, dude, there is literally 3.5 hours of codec convo in Metal Gear 2.
boss?
It's like the first time Snake's actually seen him in person.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over.
Huh.
But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese.
So the guy that is the voice of Liquid is the same guy that is the voice of the Animaniac with the red hat, right?
Presidents.
And with the CTBT, that
Who,
makes the
who in this
China-
game does the voice of one of the Animaniacs?
Gray Fox.
Okay, Great Fox does.
He does Yakko. The one who's wearing like a potato sack.
When the other countries
Okay.
hear about the new weapon,
For pants.
they'll all want to contact us. Washington
does-
won't
who
be
does
very
Wacko's
happy when we
voice?
start selling their own
Maurice
system
LaMarche,
to
I
the
think.
highest bidders. Yes.
He's not in
the
this game.
president will.
But yeah, I think that was where I got mixed
He will
up
give you
with which
what
one did which.
demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. Dun dun dun.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president. So it's true that
Oh,
it affects
shit.
older people first.
Getting into that nanomachines.
Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
So when did they deploy Fox Eye? Does that happen in an unseen
In any
event?
case,
Yeah.
Have you heard from your friend Colonel Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
Mir.
Get over here.
He's
Get over here.
Ghetto Mir.
Get over here.
Ghetto Mir.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain
That's
its
good to know.
position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted.
It was funny because, like, back in the day, this was like,
First
you know,
strike capability over the rest
this
of the
game
world.
wasn't made pre 9/11, but Metal
Their
Gear
regular army
Solid
is
was
in
made
shambles,
pre
and they
9/11.
think
Yeah.
they can
So all these
restore
talks of,
their
like,
country's
you know,
military power
all
with
these other places
nuclear
being
weapons.
terrorist organizations and stuff like that was kind of like bold.
He's no warrior.
You know, it really wasn't
He's a
common because
politician.
the term of terrorist became very common, you know, past 9/11 to a lot of, well, especially Americas. And so this game, with what it was doing here, by making potential, like, these guys being terrorists and making Russia and China out to kind of be bad
Since
guys,
Mantis died, the
in some
genome
situations
soldiers'
sometimes,
brainwashing has
was
started
pretty,
to
like,
wear off.
crazy. Like, I remember that being kind of a huge part of this game. It's like, holy fuck, they're allowed to
An
talk
alliance
about
with
this in
the
a video
Russians
game?
would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going
There
to
you go.
ally
Psycho
with
Mantis was
Golukovich's
brainwashing the
forces.
soldiers here.
Are you going
That makes sense. So that's why they all turn into hidden or exposed assholes.
What's wrong with that? Fighting
I was wondering why all the dudes working here were, you know, good guys. Maybe Liquid had some real good Obama speech and just convinced them all. Come to the dark side, guys. It's fucking awesome. We got pizza and cake.
And on top of
And
that,
$1 billion
this
fucking
place is
dollars.
full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What if your computer breaks? You can't just drive down to the nearest Fry's.
Colonel Lukovich.
You could buy a new HP.
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
Buy an E-machines. That's what they're running off of.
Reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
Boss, you're not
Camera's
worried
like,
about
"What?"
the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogate him. Don't
Snake,
you
your big
know?
nose is freaking sticking out way too long, dude.
He's on him.
Good. Then no one
I know you can't see your nose, but goddamn.
now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? I mean,
There's your arm, Snake.
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Merle.
Merle.
She's alive.
Merle. Snake has his motivation.
Snake,
I'm
found
motivated.
Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the
And
president
this is
was
where it
talking
got
about,
really
it
fucking
can
boring
also
if you
be
when you had to
used
do it this
input
way.
The detonation codes.
Yeah, if,
Freezing and eating.
many people know because they played the original PlayStation one the most, but at this point, you literally had to backtrack all the way up those
And
two
you can only use
giant
the keys
elevators
once.
again,
Only once, huh?
I'm back down.
and then go and reheat one.
But I only
Heat up one card,
Where are
one
the
flavor. You know,
Yeah.
hot for
Freeze
one.
one in the freezer area with another.
And then go and put the card in, and then you'd have to run back out again to the freezer area, and then cool it down where you killed Raven.
shape memory alloy.
So,
Well, you had to freeze it first, and then you had to heat it, and then you had to make sure the heat didn't run out before you get.
yeah, and you actually had to do it fast. And if you didn't do it fast enough, you had to do it all over again. And it was a pain in the ass. Like, I'm surprised, like, Metal Gear is a fantastic fucking game, the original PlayStation one.
Yeah.
But that part was dumb. Like, there goes to show you that you can have some stupid parts of a game and it can still be good.
Yeah, it's like-
it's excusable.
Yeah, it's like minor. It's there, but it's like okay, well.
It was dumb. Having to run all the way the fuck back there and deal with all of the assholes all over again, you know, just to get the card hot or cold. It's like going back for the sniper rifle times 4.
Yep.
You literally would spend an extra hour and a half doing this, depending on how good you were at the game.
See the symbol?
But you don't have to do that anymore, because they added a secret into this one.
The one on the right.
You can do it both. You can do
You
it the
can.
other way if you want.
You can, but you don't have to anymore.
That's
Simmons
Right.
knows of a secret pipe that lays deep within the nest of Metal Gear. Pipe that is laid to spruce the heart of Solid Snake and his cards. It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh porn.
Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
The world. The camera definitely knows he's there. Can you control it? Oh my god.
Who's that?
Did he look at the bullet?
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Oh, that sucks.
Snake. This This is bulletproof glass. There's no way.
I can see that.
Enjoy
This is bulletproof glass.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
We get it. You got it, Simmons. You got to go get that key.
That key.
Next time on Yo Video Games, we slay a rat.